Hello fishy folks, happy Sunday Funday. Hope everyone had a great weekend. If you're in the United States and you're off tomorrow for Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday, have a great day off. Me, unfortunately, will be working probably 13, 14 hours. Yeah, so that's enough about me. So, today's video, again, something on Facebook triggered me to talk about some stuff. Actually, it's not bad. It's not really a rant, but a question was asked about like Aquarium Channels, and I think, you know, someone was like, oh, I watch, you know, Corey and John, and what else is there? And somebody simply went onto YouTube and copied all the different channels, and I'm like, yeah, why wouldn't you just go to YouTube and type in Fish Channel or Aquariums or something? But be that as it may, I just want to talk about the channels I watch regularly. Obviously, I watch Aquarium Co-op. I think, you know, Corey does a great job. He's down to earth. He wants to make everyone happy. He shows a lot of things I'm interested in. I have a lot of subscribers that I subscribe to, but I don't necessarily watch all of their stuff because I'm not interested in African cichlids or breeding shrimp kind of stuff. But if I can, I try to watch. I try to support my fellow YouTubers. It's another thing. If you're a YouTuber, let me know what you think in the comments below. If you're a YouTuber, do you watch commercials on other people's channels? I try to. Since that's how you make money on YouTube, is how many people basically watch your commercials, your ads. So I try to. That's just, I don't know, it's just a thing I do. But alright, so we got Corey from Aquarium Co-op. I try to watch all of his stuff. But as an example, I didn't watch the breeding shrimp video because I'm not into shrimp. Rich from Richard Fishes, I talked about him before. We're a lot alike. Do-it-yourselfer from the Northeast, blah, blah, blah. Matter of fact, hopefully beginning of next month I'll be going up to his place for a day. He's about 2 hours away from me, and help him in the fish room. Help him, maybe give him some ideas, maybe work. I don't know, we'll see. But I'm looking forward to that. Big Bob Steenfot from Steenfot Aquatics. Yeah, I try to watch most of his stuff. I mean, it's hard to watch when you stream 8 days a week like Bob does, but yeah, he's a good guy. He's friends with Corey. He has a lot of different species, and he's really smart. So try to watch his stuff. Again, not into some of this stuff, but I do my best to watch. Those are the three that I pretty much try to watch everything they produce. Also, two young YouTubers I'd like to mention. Danny from Danny's Aquariums. Danny's from the Netherlands. And I don't know if you know this, but they don't speak English as their first language there. And he produces content 100% in English. And that's amazing. I think he's about 14. He's a good kid. I like what he does. I like the fact that he's young and really trying to do the best he can with his tanks, and not like, you know, clown puke gravel and weird stuff, but like nice looking tanks, good scapes. He's a good kid. The other young YouTuber who I also, actually I do watch all of Danny's stuff, and Flynn from Flynn's Fish Forum. I think Flynn's a little younger than Danny. Flynn's up in Canada. He's gone to Corey's shop a couple times, but he's a good kid, and he seems like he really knows what he's talking about when it comes to aquariums. So if you haven't checked those two young guys out, check them out. Maybe help them out by subscribe, and you know, take a look. Now the next group of YouTubers, and again, I didn't really prepare for this. I just kind of went, yeah, let's talk about that. I have my laptop here next to me. You can see it's right there. So I'm going to look at it real quick and just look at, because I have my YouTube subscription list up. And these are in no particular order that I watch, or that, you know, I'm mentioning in whatever order. I do watch some of KG Tropical stuff, but again, I'm not into African cichlids or really discus, and he does talk about that a lot. LR Brits, try to watch when I can. Lucas has a fantastic fish room. I think he's got like 6 fish rooms now in his house. Also, he's like a world champion shrimp breeder. I don't do shrimp, but if you have the opportunity to listen to a world champion, anything, you should do it. Again, no particular order, but Deb Tim, a Canadian girl, try to watch most of her stuff. She's starting a little fish room. She has a bunch of tanks. Let's see, who else? Rachel O'Leary. Let's talk about Rachel O'Leary and Joey. Joey, huge YouTuber, biggest aquarium channel there is. Again, I don't watch all of his stuff. I just don't have time. He does a really nice job, but if you're looking for do-it-yourself stuff, his older stuff is definitely the way to go. If you're looking to learn how to build acrylic tanks, he's the guy you would look for. Yeah, he builds big tanks too, so check him out if you haven't. I can't believe if you're watching me you haven't watched him, but whatever. Rachel O'Leary, she's the fish pimp. She's got a big fish room in her basement, and it's a business. She sells fish and shrimp and does fantastic hardscapes and stuff like that. I'm sure you've seen her. Check her out if you haven't. Alright, let's talk about Psychedelic Babe out in England. I'm going to talk about 3 British YouTubers now. Psychedelic Babe, she does saltwater, she does some other stuff. I don't watch all her videos. I just don't have time. She does produce a lot. But you should check her out. She has some good stuff. She has some cichlids and some other stuff. And Babe, if you're listening, Manchester United will beat Liverpool today. Okay. Another British YouTuber I watch is Discus Newbie. Now, up until the Aquarium Tuber Tag Challenge that we did a couple weeks ago, I'd never heard of Discus Newbie. He was a subscriber of mine apparently, and apologize, I didn't really know. But he recommended? No, he's the one that, I can't even think of the word I'm trying to say. Yeah, we're just going to use recommended. Recommended me for the Aquarium Tuber Challenge, whatever it was called. And so I watched his, and I'm like, wow, I kind of like this guy. So he's got a fish room in his basement. He had a problem over the holidays. Something leaked, and it took out his electrics in his house. In the United States, we would say he lost power, but... And so after the Tuber Challenge, I subscribed, and I started watching his stuff, and I kind of like it. Unfortunately, like I said, he had that accident. He's got to sort of rebuild. He also does saltwater, so if you're into saltwater, you should check him out as well. But he does freshwater. He was breeding discus for a while and some other cichlids, so check him out. The last YouTuber from England, DW Aquatics, Danny, I think, is the guy that's in the channel, that runs the channel. It's his channel. Hasn't done many videos over the last couple months. He was doing 1 or 2 a week, especially over the summer, but he's not for everyone. He's a little gruff, we'll say, and he does curse, but I like it. He does cichlids and angels, and he's got a fish room, and you know, he talks about all kinds of stuff, so check him out too. I'm just looking through the list to see you know, some other YouTubers. So if you're into guppies, Kaimuki Backyard, Kaimuki Backyard, I think he's in Hawaii. I'm not exactly sure where he's from, because he does speak with a different accent than I know. So, but he breeds guppies in ponds outside, and they're fantastic. And he talks about genetics a lot. Usually they're short videos every week, but if you're into guppies, into breeding guppies especially, take a look if you haven't already. Obviously, if you do cichlids, there's 1,000 gajillion cichlid channels, Africans especially. But you know, you gotta check out IFG. and Inventory King and Jay Wilson. All those guys do a great job with cichlids. Not into cichlids, so I don't watch much of their stuff, but I have talked to all of them, and they all are super nice guys and super knowledgeable. Another young man, I think from Canada, Gavin's Aquariums. I haven't seen much from him lately, but for a younger man, younger guy, he does a pretty great job. Let's see, who else? Who else? You know what? I'm gonna go. Oh man, Forrest. You guys know Forrest? Forrest Fishroom Cichlid Man 09. Again, big cichlids too. Not into them, but loved his style. Loved his little fish room. It was in like a spare bedroom upstairs with ginormous tanks. That in itself would be enough for me not to watch, but the way he presents, and he's funny. Yeah, but I think he had a kid and he kind of stopped making content for a while, and then he made like a comeback video, and that was the last I saw. I think he does some drone stuff too. But another YouTuber that I used to watch that hasn't produced content, let's see, his last video came out 5 months ago. Mike from Mike's Fish Room. He breeds, or his videos were about breeding angels. I don't know if he still does it. I know he worked in landscaping. I think he had his own landscaping business, so the summer was really busy for him. But yeah, I don't know what happened. He disappeared. Too bad too, because I really liked him. I talked to him a couple of times via email. He helped me out. Star Wars fan too, so how could you go wrong? Just go up and down my list, make sure I didn't miss anyone I should talk about. I mean, some other guys that I subscribe to, like Greg Jones, I don't watch all of his stuff. Solid Gold, I'm not into goldfish, but although I do have one. But if you're into goldfish, check her out. She's quite knowledgeable. Let's see. Inglorious bettas. I'm not into bettas or Achilles, although I did have a betta and I kind of like bettas. But she's super smart. I think she's a science teacher. She was on Corey's channel once. She's a betta judge also. But I like learning about stuff, and not just, you know, this is how guppies breed, but like the science behind, you know, water and blah blah blah. So she's pretty smart. If you're into bettas or Achilles, definitely check her out if you haven't. Yeah, so that's that. Glenn Hawkins, I watch his stuff sometimes. He does a lot of endlers and guppies also. I think he just set up a tank of platies, the red wag platies that I have also. So yeah, I watch some of his stuff. Old School Fish Guy. Old School Fish Guy is pretty funny, and he is definitely old school, and he doesn't care. That said, check him out, because he definitely talks about the old school way to do things. And if they've worked for somebody for, you know, as long as he's been around, they can't really be wrong, right? There might be a better way to do it now, a more modern way, but he's a good guy too, so you should check out Old School Fish Guy. Okay, I think that's about it for YouTube. Sorry for the silence, but I'm just going down the list. You know, I have an RV too, so I have a bunch of RV guys. I'm trying not to, you know, try to skip over them. Yeah. Oh, King of Do It Yourself. Of course, I watch some of Joey's stuff, not all of it. I watched a lot of his older stuff when I was building my fish room, but a lot of the newer stuff just isn't for me. Home Aquatics out on Long Island. George, good kid. Again, anyone that's under like 30 I call a kid, so. But he's a good guy. He does a lot of guppies too. He's gotten some guppies from Guppy Train, some fantastic guppies, so go check out his channel. Michael Eugenio, Mike from Arizona. He does a lot of planted stuff. He has a aquarium nursery, I guess we'll call it, with a website to order stuff. I've ordered plants from him. Good guy. Good stuff. I think that's it, guys. I think that's it for channels that I want to talk about for now. So look, if I left you out, sorry. Again, not scripted, not really planned. If I gave you some wrong information, like I called you, you know, Heinrich, and your name is John, sorry. But yeah. So that's that. That's the video for today, although I do want to talk about angel babies. So hold on. Alright, fishy folks, sorry for the hum if there's any background noise, but the dehumidifier is right next to the tank. So you could see there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4 gajillion fry in there. There's fry over there. There's fry swimming over there. And you know, like I said before, I really thought I wasn't going to get anything out of this spawn, but see, there's a lot of moam and debris on the bottom of the tank. That could be some old food. Could also be the eggs, whatever's left of the eggs. But this tank gets roughly a 20% water change daily. It's got a 1 gallon drip emitter, 1 gallon per hour drip emitter that goes on for an hour a day. And it's a 5.5 gallon tank, roughly 20%. Yeah, this is the biggest spawn I've had. It's the 3rd or 4th spawn I've gotten to free swimmers, so hoping they all survive. They are marbles. They are not skunk and Solo's parents. They're my other pair of marbles, so we'll see how it goes. But that's what they look like. They're about a week old now. You know, I've done this a couple times, and I breed fish all the time, and I never write the day that down there. Holy crap. I never write down the day they were born, but I think they're about a week old. While we're talking about angels, let's scroll over here to the silvers. There they are, getting big, looking great with their fins. They want to eat. Hi, guys. They're going to get Cyclops today. And then we'll go here and see everybody's favorite Solo and skunk and friends. Yep. Yeah, these guys also get a large water change a day. It's a 10 gallon tank. They get 20% daily. I have 2 1 gallon per hour drip emitters, blah blah blah, because I was out of 20s. So and I actually had an extra spot to put a drip emitter, so that's what I did. Oh snap, look, these are the parents. Hey, get away from those eggs. These are the parents, so I gotta set up another tank real quick. Oh shit, jeez. Oh, excuse me, language. Doing a business. More eggs. Now see, when my system was connected, which is bad because you spread germs and disease, but good because you also spread all the hormones that are in that tank right now. So I'm gonna go try to take some water out of that tank, put it in some of these other tanks, see if I can get some spawning action going. Alright folks, I gotta go set up a tank. I guess I'm gonna be drilling a tank today and putting those eggs in that tank, so see if we can't get another spawn. Alright guys, have a great day. Have a fantastic Sunday fun day. If you watch Corey from Aquarium Co-op, maybe I'll see you in the stream. And we'll see. Oh, look at this. No airline going to that filter. Why? Because there's a filter in the back. I'm just keeping the filter wet so there's beneficial bacteria. I know it's not as efficient as far as beneficial bacteria goes if there's air attached, but it's just going to be an extra filter in another tank sometime. So, all right, folks, have a great day.